You know what? I actually just realized something. Hey, I can realize things. I'm a guy, I'm human, I do things. And usually this is the part during the week where I say it's a real drag because, it's, Monday. But then I quickly just realized that today is Labor Day. So if anyone is going through the Monday drag, for the most part, you can just remember that, hey, it's a day off today. Woo! So, yeah. Plus, even in the end, I am feeling pretty lucky today. Happy Monday, everybody. So, yeah, it is Monday, Labor Day. And this was always the part about summer that was really bittersweet for me when I was growing up. Because I know yesterday I talked about, going back to school and, being able to not enjoy the rest of the summer as much because I knew going back to school was going to be on the horizon anyway. But honestly, I should have just taken it for what it is. It's still technically part of summer vacation, at least in upstate New York. Again, I can't really speak for everywhere, but at the same time, I do know that there are some things that aren't necessarily, going to pan out. But I always did remember that when it came down to it, I had to go back to school. We all did. Honestly, I think that's where we get the mentality that Monday can be a real drag because when you're a kid, you have to go back to school. And when you're an adult, don't get me wrong, there are plenty of adults who work on Saturday and Sunday, and, that's fine. They gotta make a living somehow. That's just what you do. And that is a good thing. But in the end, Monday is just still the day that's the bane of everyone's existence. But I'm not going to make it so today. And you shouldn't either. Because, again, a day can only be bad if you legitimately let it. It can only be ruined if you feel that way. I'm not going to let that happen. And you shouldn't either. So, actually, there was one thing about summer that was always bittersweet for me. Is usually, because when I was growing up, I mentioned Cuckoo Lake many times in the past, and we would always pretty much close down our cottage at Cuckoo Lake for the sole reason that, we had school. And, we can't really go back up to the lake knowing that we had stuff to do like homework and reading and all sorts of other stuff that we had to get done, which, was a real bummer, but that was normal. I just sort of accepted and got used to it. But it was always really sad when we never really went back up to the cottage again until Memorial Day weekend. Of course, that was when I was a kid. Now I'm an adult with no scholarly commitment, so now my family just goes up until hopefully October, which is going to be nice. If you guys are wondering why I haven't done as many Cuckoo Lake videos as I want to, it really is partly because when I was in Colorado, I did develop the mentality that technically, even though Cuckoo Lake is local near where I am, I kind of want to make sure that I spend as much time with my family as possible. So, and I still do. And technically the videos were taking place up at Cuckoo Lake. It's just, I didn't really feel like showing much because I was doing my videos really early in the morning. Yeah, it was summer, it was still daylight, but this was like almost 7 o'clock in the morning when people would, go where people were still asleep. And honestly, I felt kind of bad that I would keep them, if I accidentally woke them up, which thankfully I didn't, but you never know. So, next year I'm definitely going to be a lot more mindful as to how I go about doing it. I mean, actually, this year isn't over yet. I'm still going to be going up to Cuckoo Lake for a little while. Just want to, I don't know, going to Colorado just really made me feel, I don't know, it took something away from me. Don't know what, though. But it won't be gone forever. It shouldn't be, anyway. That and this secret project that I'm working on is a bit of a time consumer as well. I mean, to be perfectly honest, I already missed my 10-year reunion, which I do plan on making up one day. Hey, you never know. Doing these videos could make me big and rich and famous. I don't know. If it ever does, though, I'm totally going to redo the 10-year reunion. And anyone who went, of course you guys invited. Anyone who didn't go, who wanted to, of course you're invited as well. That's going to be really cool. And you know what? I'm going to get my brothers and my bullets. They're going to come too. It's going to be a big, grand old party. So yeah, that's something to feel good about on Labor Day, which is, again, the last Monday before school starts, at least where I'm from in upstate New York. There was actually one year where I actually wasn't able to spend Labor Day up at Cuckoo Lake. And that was because my mom was coming back from, I forget where she was coming from. She was coming back from Vegas or somewhere. But the point is, I literally ended up missing one more extra day up at Cuckoo Lake that year because we had to pick my mother up at the airport. And I was so incredibly frustrated for it. Especially when we had family up there to take care of both my brother and I. And my father could just do it himself. But nope. Father says we gotta go home and pick up Mom, so that's what we did. That was a real bummer. But I guess it was for the best. I mentioned yesterday how after 4th grade, every summer before 5th, 6th, and 7th grade, I would have nightmares about going back to school. And honestly, they weren't necessarily nightmares because looking back on some of those dreams, which I'm actually kind of surprised I still remember, that's weird, is that it was just the fact that I was there. That was what was scary. I mean, I just got through it all, and now I gotta do it again? Who wants any of that? Not me. So, yeah, that was always a real bummer. But I think going into 7th grade easily was the most emotional because, I mean, again, I was going from St. Mary and Mother, which I knew was, St. Mary and Mother had its share of problems, for sure. And by share of problems, I mean there was basically only one individual who ruled over all the student body with a rather iron-fisted dictatorship, which is probably why when he went to Holy Family Notre Dame, everyone else, including me, decided to go to Horseheads. We basically, that was present, but St. Mary Mother was still like home. It was. In fact, to be perfectly honest, I was just there for Easter Vigil Mass for the first time in years. Funny enough, my father's flooring company actually did the nice blue carpeting that the church at St. Mary Mother has. Yeah. What can I say? My family knows its way around all kinds of floors. Actually, it's, if I was to call it a shade of blue, it's a really nice, bright shade of blue. Not sky blue, but definitely brighter than regular blue. I wish I had something on me or around me that I could show you. But just take my word for it. Anyway, again, St. Mary Mother, it was like our home. So again, going to a much bigger school with a much bigger student body, and the fact that outside of who you went to elementary school with, and there's a lot of people that student body you don't know. I mean, I actually was a little bit lucky because I probably knew more people going to Horseheads Middle School simply because of the fact not only did I have St. Mary Mother going for me, as far as the people I knew, but I also did Big Flats Youth League basketball. And again, I met some really nice people there, which goes back to a certain story of a certain wedded couple that I've known for many years. In fact, their 1 year anniversary is coming up, but I will dedicate that particular video when the time comes. But I can tell you that it is this month. And this very couple just recently had a sweet baby boy enter their lives, which I'm still extremely happy for, by the way. And yeah. So I guess in the end, good things can come out of a bad situation, which is not uncommon. I mean, lots of things were, made by accident. Hey, you got chocolate in my peanut butter. Hey, you got peanut butter in my chocolate. Yeah, I think that's how that story goes. I don't know. But I mean, I can't really think of any other better examples. But take my word for it. It's definitely it's worth understanding the fact that yes, going back to school can be a real problem, and the fact that if you're from upstate New York, particularly in the Horseheads, Corning, Elmira, Big Flats area, your summer is winding down tremendously. But you still have time left to enjoy whatever you want to do. In fact, back when I was a little kid, there was a place called Discovery Zone, where there was like giant ball pits and slides and stuff. There was one summer, it was the very last day of summer, we went there, and we called it DZ, D as in dog, Z as in zebra. And my brother and I just had a blast on the last day of summer. So that was really cool. So you know what? That's another good thing about the fact that summer's almost over. If there's anything that you didn't do throughout the summer, that's within reason, you can do that. No reason why you shouldn't. I mean, unless you're a kid and you ask for something so incredibly ridiculous that your parents would obviously have no choice but to say no. But again, do whatever you want. It may be the last days of summer. But you know what? That doesn't give you a reason why you shouldn't make today, tomorrow, the first day of school. You know what? Make every day the last. Celebrate every day like it's the last day of school. Even if it's the first day of school. Do that. It's like I said yesterday. If you're nervous about going to school on the first day, just go for it. You're going to be surprised just how warm and welcoming the first day really is. I think that was always one thing that really snapped me out of being nervous is that, again, teachers understand it's the first day of school, and they're nervous too. So in a way, that's something that students and teachers can have in common. And that's fine. Perfectly acceptable. Just like it's perfectly acceptable for you to watch these videos. Hey, I gotta plug myself in somewhere. That's just how it is. So, in any case, please like, favorite, share, and hit that subscribe button. I could really use the support on YouTube. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And always know that I'm always humbled I make these videos for all of you to watch and enjoy for today. I hope everyone has a wonderfully lucky, lovely Labor Day. Remember, I can still feel lucky on a Monday. Again, I'm hopeful that we have a great day. And always remember, if any of you want to talk or chat, I'm always going to be here to lend an ear. And I'm always going to have your back. So take care, everybody.